So I want to talk about reparations. It's a hot topic right now. Every Democratic candidate in the race is talking about how they're going to give black people free money. I read about a certain lady a couple weeks ago. She is the spiritual advisor to Oprah Winfrey. And she was saying she wanted to give black people $100 billion for reparations. Now, if you do some quick math, that means we're each going to get a check for about $2,200 for reparations, because that's going to make all the wrongs go away. Now, guys, I'm sorry to tell you this, but I don't think that reparations are ever going to come. Now, they're going to promise you all types of reparations, but I'm going to let you know it's never going to happen. It's just one of those empty promises the Democratic Party makes that they've been making for years, how they were going to look out for black people, how they're going to make life better. All we've gotten, unfortunately, is 75% of black American children born into homes without a father figure, which has led to more and more black people being put in jail as a result of the policies put forth by the Democratic Party. But the other day I was on the show with Nicholas Riquetta. He is a lawyer, an attorney in a little town of Wilmer, Minnesota. And he allowed me to come on and talk about some of these topics. So back to reparations. First off, only about 5% of white Americans living today have any ties to anyone who ever owned slaves, meaning their families didn't own slaves. So how do you tax someone who never was a slave or never owned slaves or never had family that owned slaves? Secondly, who's black enough to get reparations? I mean, really, if you think about it, would Obama be eligible for reparations? Think about it. His dad was Kenyan, his mother was white. You can't tax him on his mother's side or give him money on his mother's side because, well, technically, she was white. So why should he get reparations on that side? His dad was Kenyan. So because his dad was Kenyan, he never had to deal with the disparities of not racism, but the disparities of slavery. So he's out. Would you give a check to Oprah Winfrey? I mean, really and truly, does she need a $2,500 check? But I've got a real solution. A solution by which we can make everybody happy and everybody gets a check. So the big question you're going to hear from my friends on the right side are, how do we pay for it? Well, I have an idea, $1.6 trillion that we can take that's available right now for reparations. Now, it's been said that we spend approximately $116 billion a year on illegal immigration. That is the total cost. When you figure law enforcement, when you figure prison, when you figure the other social programs that they've been able to take advantage of, when you think of the schooling costs for these pupils, about $116 billion a year. So this is what we do. We build a wall, first and foremost, in order to stop the influx of illegal immigrants coming into the country. Number two, we deny all, and I repeat, all social programs for people who are illegally in the country. And number three, we get those people out of the country. We need to have an idea of who is here. Now, before you start jumping up in arms, I'm trying to give you your reparations, so be nice to me. Then we take that $116 billion over 10 years, that's $1.6 trillion. That means that each black person, if you were to give even Obama a check, would then get about $22,000 a piece. That's a lot of coin, y'all. Do you have the stomach for it? I guarantee you Kamala Harris won't vote for that, though, because she knows that in a large number, because of Brexit, black people are leaving the Democratic plantation. They're leaving, we are leaving in large numbers, because we realize that what we've been sold by the Democratic Party is a bill of goods. So because we've left, they have to replace us with somebody. Who do you think? Oh, we bring in illegal immigrants. Where do most of those illegal immigrants live? They live in the big cities like LA, Chicago, Phoenix, New York City. So if we put those peoples in those communities, and then we do away with the Electoral College, we can steal an election. At that point, we don't have to worry about black people anymore. We don't have to take care of them. If we can bring in more illegal immigrants, we know that they're going to vote for us about 96% of the time. We give them the right to vote, and then we allow 16-year-olds to vote. We can then ensure that we'll win every election from here on out. Let me ask you, black people, most black people in the United States live in urban communities. Most of them live in the inner city. That's a proven fact. Not trying to be wrong, not trying to be mean, but that's a proven fact. Most of those urban cities are run by the Democratic Party. So tell me this, how's it going for you? Is your life better or worse? If your life isn't getting any better, you need to reconsider the most powerful thing that you have. Our ancestors fought for the right to vote. And when they got the right to vote, they voted for Republicans. We might need to get back to the basics, y'all. Have a great day.